Oh, that's a good one, Cloudy.
How you doing?
That felt good.
Welcome to the 3BeerPod. It is season 4, episode 5. I'm Chris. That is Tim. Welcome to it. We've got guests tonight, Red Barn. Tim, you got your Red Barn shirt on, eh, too?
I am. I'm a little layered up here today.
Yes.
I'm a little layered up. I'm going to tell you the old 3Beer Podcast studio is not heating up as well as I had hoped.
Well, let's talk about our wardrobes to begin with. You're dressed for the outdoors. I'm wearing a toque indoors.
Nice.
Because I've decided I'm not getting a haircut until I get vaccinated. So we'll see when that happens. It's a mess. It's a holy mess. So
that's impressive. I went to my local barbershop and got my cut at my kitchen table.
Oh, I was going to say.
By my lovely wife.
I was gonna say.
She's getting good at it, buddy. She's getting good at it.
Hold on. I'm gonna take this off. I'll show you what I got going on here. Okay.
Okay.
Watch this here. This is.
Oh yeah.
That's actually. Okay. Yeah, it's been worse.
It looks good. I think you should go with that one.
It's been worse. But we've got a long way to go till we're on the list of the vaccinations. So.
Yeah, buddy. I can't wait.
Timmer, welcome to the pod. Let's say thanks to our sponsors as always. Timmer, I'm going to let you handle the sponsors here tonight. We want to start off by saying thank you to
Red Barn. We're excited to have Red Barn on here tonight. Denny's going to jump on with us, and we're going to talk some of the stuff that's they got coming up this weekend. Exciting new release coming out. We got a little sneak peek here that we're going to try here shortly. Looking forward to having that one. And the Health House. Lovely. Sean over at the Health House, keeping everyone healthy, doing some online classes, still got some massage appointments available. Check out the Health House at thehealthhouseck.ca, and maybe up for real estate seller of the month of the millennial, Chris McLeod. This guy can sell houses just night and day. If you're looking to buy or sell, Chris McLeod is the guy. Give him a shout.
And
our friends at the Pakistan Super League, I'm not sure if they like us as much as we had thought. They claimed, again, some sort of ownership over us again last week. But we hope to smooth things over with them in at least season 5.
Well, we're still reaching out. Pakistan Super League, we know you're watching.
Obviously, they are.
Why not be a part of it? Right?
Sponsorship opportunities are available.
Pakistan Super League. Timmer, what you drinking, bud? We always start off. Are we here? We can't say them all, right? Because we're going to save one for a conversation with Denny. So, Timmer, what are you drinking today? What you drinking, bud?
I'm gonna. So we're just gonna go with one right now, Cloudy. I'm gonna go with Last Pass. So again, we're gonna be drinking some beers from Red Barn. This is part of their farm series. And this is Last Pass. It is a session IPA. I had one of these on the weekend. Oh, it's so good. I love the session IPA style. I got a couple other ones here to try from the Farm Kettle series, and we'll talk about that when we get Denny on. Looking forward. I haven't tried either one of them, and I'm excited about that.
I've got my pick of the litter here. But, Timmer, I texted you this week. I'm on to the porters right now. I am digging the porters. The Harwich Moon, this chocolate porter. I wasn't not gonna say I wasn't a fan. It wasn't my number one choice in the summer. But I am digging this. I don't know if it's the weather or not, but I am sucking them back here.
I think it plays a part in it. The porters are delicious this time of year, so enjoy.
For sure. All right, beer buzz, Timmer. What's going on in the world of beer? I do have a story here that I wanted to mention. Did I mention this last week? If not, pretend you haven't heard it, okay? A beer a day may keep the doctor away. That is what they're saying, is that according to a Spanish study, they went through a bunch of men and a bunch of women. They drank moderate amounts of ale and lager, and they say it reduced the risk of blood pressure and diabetes.
Wow.
So they say
one a day?
Moderation is key, is what they say. Moderation is key.
Is it one a day average? Like, is that? Because I think I can do one a day average. Like
you couldn't have 7 on Friday, is what you're saying.
Yeah, I think you can. You can have 7 on Friday, 0 on the other days. All averages out. Does that work?
I don't have the doctor on.
I would say that's how it works, and that's what I'm going to go with. I will tell you that I may, and we talked about this on the weekend. I may be in the worst physical condition I've ever been in. So I'm going to go with 1 a day. Average, though, is 2 a day, twice as good. Yes.
Yeah.
See, that's the stuff I get talked into right there. Doug Robbins just talked me into 2 a day.
We just want to slip this note in here as we are not trained professionals. So what we say cannot be held against us. We're just
if you're looking for medical advice, come on.
Throw it out there. So that's what I had that for Beer Buzz. I didn't have a whole lot, Timmer. We did want to mention something in the Beer Buzz about a past guest who we're looking to get on again, and we're hoping to do something with here in the near future. We wanted to talk about this guy's show coming up.
Yeah, we had Jeff Leeson on season 2, probably.
Mm-hmm.
Funny guy, terrible internet connection, but funny guy. Has a great comedy routine, and he has a virtual Valentine's coming up this weekend. Zoom, it's $10. What else you got to do, right? So you're looking for some funny. He's been pumping out the clips lately on Facebook. He's been chopping up his bits and putting them out there. The guy's funny. Like funny guy.
He's a funny freaking dude, yeah.
Yeah, and he's got some good comedians there with him. So I saw it come up, and I wanted to pump him up because I think he's a funny guy, and he also has a podcast out called Leeson Learned right now, and I think he's got 3 or 4 episodes out there right now. I've listened to a couple. Funny guy. So check out Jeff Leeson. Again, support comedy at this time of year. There's a lot of people hurting right now, Cloudy.
Yeah.
I can imagine that comedians are not doing so well right now. So anything we can do to support guys like that, go for it.
And we're working. We're going to work with him here in the future as soon as we can. We're going to do something with Jeff Leeson. Jeff Leeson, find him on Facebook. Funny dude. Timmer, we want to talk about our Super Bowl prop bets before we get to Denny from Red Barn here tonight. So Super Bowl was on Sunday. What were your initial thoughts following the Super Bowl?
I was pretty bummed, buddy. I'm not gonna lie. We talked last week, I think, about how we both hate Tom Brady. Respect him as a player, just don't like the dude. But I love Mahomes, and it just wasn't the night, buddy. It just wasn't the night.
Did you see the stat? And it's off the top of my head, but Mahomes ran for 500 yards on Sunday. 500 yards.
Like backwards.
Only 33 of them forward. So 460 some odd yards that he was just scrambling.
Yeah, and he had a bad wheel the whole time. Did you see the stat, though, that he had never lost a game by double digits before?
Yeah.
That's insane. Yeah. That's insane. So we had – go ahead.
Since he was in college, last time he lost a game was in college, and I think it was 66-10 to Iowa State.
No way.
Yeah.
Go Cyclones.
I thought that was pretty interesting.
Prop bet. That's what we had the props bets. We had a bunch of people get in on it, and want to announce the winner. It was actually me. I'm not even lying. I'm not lying. I did the calculations, got the spreadsheet, sorted it all out, added up everything, and then I was like, ranked them. Number 1. Me.
No way.
Yeah, buddy. Crushed it.
Well,
crushed it. So
that's right.
We're going to go with the second place winner with a prize pack that we're putting together for you from sponsors. We're going to throw in some beers from Red Barn and some gifts from the Health House. And our actual winner of the first annual 3BeerPod props pick.
Second place would be,
Second place was Michelle Robbins. So
there you go.
Michelle Robbins, fan of the show, friend of the show. She's the one that got us connected with Sean Brown last week. So good for her. Michelle Robbins, we will reach out to you with your prize pack.
That's pretty funny. Good for her. Congratulations. Jim Sommer brings up a good point here, talking about Patty Mahomes. And so the fan that ran onto the field had more yards. He did. What a call there. This is the radio play-by-play of the streaker that ran onto the field. Obviously, we can't play the video because we don't have express written consent from the NFL. But this is the radio call of the Super Bowl streaker.
5:03 to go. Someone has run on the field. Some guy with a brawl. And now he's not being chased. He's running down the middle of the 40. Arms in the air in a victory salute. He's pulling down his pants. Put up your pants, my man. Pull up those pants. He's being chased to the 30. He breaks a tackle from a security guard. The 20, down the middle, the 10, the 5. He slides at the 1, and they converge on him at the goal line. Pull up your pants. Take off the bra and be a man. And the players with hands on hips at the other end of the field are looking at him and shaking their head and saying, why, oh why, is this taking place in a Super Bowl?
Yeah, that's hilarious. That is funny. That is funny. And the story you heard, Tim?
Yeah, so I had heard that he actually bet on a prop bet that there would be a streaker. So his buddy went first, got caught, then he went and he did the whole thing. But the thing that bothered me, I guess, was not that he ran on the field, whatever. He slid at the 1. You ran that whole length of the field, and you didn't get the touchdown? Yeah. And he took the slide instead of taking the hit from the cop looked pretty big, but he didn't take the hit.
Apparently that cop that tackled him is a former football player. That's what I read too. So Sean says, what beer did you drink during Super Bowl? What beer did you drink during Super Bowl? Timmer, what beer did you drink?
I had actually ran out to Red Barn on Sunday, so I had actually a couple of the porters. Kept it easy, had to work the next day.
Not me. I took Monday off.
Monday off.
Pounding porters.
Solid.
So that's called synergy because we knew Red Barn was going to be on. So let's pull Denny in now from Red Barn Brewing, a return guest, a multiple visit guest on the 3BeerPod. This is Denny from, let me see, Denny, looks like you are in the barn here. Let me pull you into the big side here. Denny, are you in the barn? Is that, yeah, you are. Cheers, buddy.
Yeah, we're here tonight. How's it going, guys?
Not too bad, man. Not too bad. What's it like in the barn with nobody else? Yeah, we can't wait to get back in there.
Yeah, I know it's pretty lonely. Dan was just here. He's just finishing up cleaning the tanks here, but yeah, it's pretty quiet around here.
What? Go ahead.
No, it'd be nice to have people back. It's
we're gonna hear from Doug Ford coming up in the podcast, Denny. So Dougie makes some comments and announces yesterday that there's basically going to be an announcement. So he announced that there's going to be an announcement. But what do we know next week? Do we have any idea what's going to happen? Do you have any idea what's going to? Are we going to be allowed to get back in and have a beer? What's the story?
Well, I guess we know that the real egg sandwiches are going to do well next week, but I don't know. Like they haven't really said much. I think we're going to go into a color. We're hoping the 19th that they're going to allow us to open again.
Well, our fingers are crossed. Let's not rush you along here, but I want to have another beer. So which one, Timmer, do we want to talk about? I don't want to show you. Which one can I drink next?
We got choices for you tonight. So actually, this is the first time we've had 7. You guys have 8 tonight, but we have 7 in cans for sale on the retail right now.
Yeah, that's pretty wild.
I'm surrounded
it
by
is
them right now. It's awesome. I'm just looking around which one I'm going to grab. I've got the whole series behind me here. But do we want to talk about the one that you canned today for us?
Yeah, let's talk about that one. So
start there.
Yeah.
So this is a very small batch for tonight for you guys. So Steve and Dan brewed this one. This is our second of our Farm Kettle series. So it's a raspberry brulee sour, lots of raspberries, vanilla in there, and it's gonna be good, I think. So they're still
this one, Danny.
So they're still tweaking this. It's actually still in the tank. So Steve came in today, and he this is basically a sampler, so that he's still tweaking the vanilla in here and in the lactose. So it could be a little bit different by the time it hits the shelves on Friday, but this is what we're launching for kind of Valentine's, and give her a go.
Okay, so it's the Farm Kettle series, the Raspberry Brulee Sour, which is delicious. That is very good. And like you said, you're still tweaking it. So this will be available by this weekend?
Yeah, so we're going to launch this on Friday.
Very nice. Very nice. redbarnbrewing.ca. Timmer, what were you saying there, buddy? You got to show us what you got, Timmer.
I'm just enjoying it. This is very good. You can. It is that slight lactose.
Yeah, it is really good. This is the first time I've tried it too. So
you know what? It's like a lot of people, when they hear that it's a sour, automatically like, no, I don't drink sours. And I used to be that guy too. And there's some sours that you're like, oh man, what is this? This doesn't taste like a sour to me. It's refreshing.
To me, it kind of has a little bit of sweetness right at the end. It's a little bit sour up front, and then there's a little bit of vanilla coming through. I'll talk to Steve tomorrow because he hasn't tried it either, and we're gonna kind of tweak it for the weekend in the tank. And that's the fun with adding fruit and other adjuncts that we can kind of tweak it for how we want it to finish out.
So let me get this straight: is that we're the guinea pigs here? Is that the story?
Yeah, we all are. I'm a guinea pig right now too.
Getting a lot of response here, Danny, online. Ali says, can't wait. Mike again says, what time on Friday can we come out and grab it?
So we'll be open at 12. So this will be, I think we'll probably be canning it. Everything's down to the wire these days. Usually we're canning sometimes as we are opening the doors. So it's pretty interesting.
Maureen says she's so excited for the new sour. Corey says, didn't Prince sing about raspberry brulee? I think so.
Yeah,
I think so.
He did.
I wouldn't tweak this too much. This is delicious. You do get that little bit of smooth vanilla flavor, but it's good. It's good. Like, I'm gonna end up drinking this whole thing before I get to the next one. We can't do that. We gotta slow her down. That's good though.
I like that.
Very good. Mike says set him aside a 2-4. So there you go. Make sure you give him the 3BeerPod discount too.
Yeah. I should call Dan up here. He hasn't even tried it.
Yeah, get it in yet, because it's real. I don't think you need to touch anything with that. It tastes great. Ali wants to know, can we reserve again? Can you reserve these?
Yeah, probably. I think we'll probably put it on sale on our online site. It's kind of laughable sometimes. We always feel like we're behind the 8 ball. We all still have full-time jobs, and we're trying to make this work until early hours of the morning every night, and we're making it work. But it's just it's a lot. So and you add the pandemic into things too, and every week we're launching something new or changing how we sell or curbside, and I guess everyone's
And that's the tough thing, Denny. And that's the tough thing. We have talked to you since you opened the door. We talked to you before you opened the doors. Talked to you when you opened the doors. We talked to you at Christmas, and it's a family farm, and you guys are struggling like so many. And not to make it sound bad, but you're struggling like so many businesses are in Ontario, trying to make things work in the middle of a pandemic, and then still be relevant by putting out new beers. And you can't do that with the doors open. And then you have to, okay, now we got to put stuff online. Now we got to do curbside, and then. Like, you got curveballs thrown at you every other week as a new business to begin with, and then throw into it that you're trying to do it in a damn pandemic. Like, hats off, guys, because it's been a struggle for a lot of people, and we've seen it firsthand just watching and talking to you here over the last few months. But I hope Chatham, Kent, and beyond can get out and order curbside, or I guess that would be a good point here. How can we get this beer? Obviously, we can walk inside, but what are the other ways we can do that? Can we order ahead? Give us those details, man.
Yeah, so head to our site, redbarnbrewing.com. You can click on our curbside big picture, and it takes you to our site where we have all of our beers listed, and you just order at will, and you can either do curbside, will come to your vehicle, or you can still come into the small retail store as well.
Steven here. Is Steve downstairs? Is he, or where's Steve right now?
He's at home. He just left a little while ago.
Okay, so
Steve, what did he say now?
I told Denny and Dan that when we decided the name, and they have no idea what the Prince song is, you guys didn't know Raspberry Brulee? Raspberry Beret, not Raspberry Brulee?
Yeah. He likes to throw his age around. Yeah,
that's fair.
So, I hope we see 10 years older than us. Though.
I hope we see a purple rain at some point, just to throw a curveball at you. That'd be funny. I gotta save some of that raspberry brulee. I've been told to not drink it all.
Does that come out of the back of the studio? Is that where that?
I got a call. I don't drink at all, so I can't drink at all. I have another one here from the Farm Kettle series. Now, this one's already been introduced, right? Like, I just want to make sure I'm not blowing the cover on this one, right?
Yeah,
No, this is the only new one tonight. So
Okay, so this one's been out for a while.
yeah, we sold out of that one this past weekend. We sold our last 4-pack. That went over really well. That was our first Farm Kettle series. Lots of orange in there. Really good aroma to it. It was a pretty big hit for us, and yeah, we want to keep this Farm Kettle series going. Hopefully, we can do like maybe one a month if that works well.
Was the Farm Kettle series always part of the plan, or was this just something that you kind of said, we should start doing this too?
Yeah, it was probably, like we thought about it for a week and then we decided to launch it. No, I mean, there's some beers that we aim at like a long ways out, but there's a lot that, we're trying to still figure out production schedule and what's working, what's selling. And then, we have a spot open. So we say, okay, what do we want to do with that? And like you said, we're trying to bring in people to the retail and offering some new beers once in a while because just like myself and the team here, we're always looking to try something new as well. But no, we have a lot of fun things coming. But now with that Canon line, that helped a lot. So
I got two questions from what you just said there. Try to look ahead, and you don't have to tell us what it is, but do you have an idea what you're looking at March? Do you have an idea for April, May? Like, how far ahead are you looking, or do you have ideas in the back of your head?
Yeah, like our production schedule right now, we're looking probably about 2 months ahead, but we do have beers that, we're aiming at definitely June and July already. Some certain seasonal beers that'll be out. So
really nice, very nice. And then you mentioned the retail side of things. Obviously, come in and get some beers. Tim and I each got T-shirts, so you've got those available. I love these right here. I love these little things here. The little perfect addition to the bar area. So, Timmer, you got yours in the background there.
Yeah, back here, buddy. I got them all laid out here tonight. I love Red Barn. What else you got coming up for retail stuff, then?
Retail stuff, that's kind of Sandy's department. Right now, we're kind of on. She told us we can't spend any money, so we're on hold for trying some new things in the merch side until we get open here. And yeah, it'd be fun to have some summer attire too, because we're loaded up on the sweaters and all that right now, and maybe we'll have a sale in the near future.
Love the sounds of that. We always talk about shopping local and visiting local restaurants. Don't forget your local breweries too, because they could use your support as well. We get some comments coming. Knock, knock. Who's there? Orange. Orange, you glad you drank me? Yes, that orange, that blood orange sour is very good. I'm a fan of sours, and well, the other one just disappeared. So that's very good. Yeah, that didn't take long. Chad's saying he's got Chad's not out there tonight. Is he kicking around there? Or is he?
No, he's I know what he's getting at here. There's a one that he's been pushing on us for years now, and we've been trying to get to it, but still haven't. So we will, Chad. We'll get to it.
So what's I'm imagining like yourself and other breweries. Like there's a couple dolts like Tim and I come in and we're like, you know what you should do? You should. How many times does that happen? And then you're actually like, you talk to Steve and Dan, and you're like, hey, these guys had an idea. Like, how often does that actually get stuck in your head, and then you actually take it back to the brewer? Or does it happen?
Yeah, no, we have quite a long list of ideas that we want to do. Sometimes, people throw really oddball stuff at us. Like I've heard one guy wanted like asparagus. I don't know that we'd go that route, but be kind of green, yeah, kind of vegetal. But there's once in a while like that someone throws an idea at us. But I mean, like we're not reinventing the wheel either. I'm sure anything that we think about has been done somewhere. But it's like, how can we, make it the twist that we want it to sell or to taste, and a lot of it too is like for us, we're like aiming at seasonal, certain like events or certain holidays. Like this one, is kind of based around Valentine's Day. Hey Dan, you should try this raspberry here. Hey Dan, you still there?
The one you canned? You should come try it.
Yeah, the only can. Hey, Dan, are you there? Yeah, come try this one here. That's hilarious. So Dan and Steve, they brewed this one together, and it's I like it. It's good.
What's the canning line been like? How has that changed things how has that changed the way you do things?
Now we're like, running on even less fumes. Like it's just a whole nother ordeal to have, like to get the production going here with the cans. We were canning probably twice a week for a couple weeks there, and now that we got the cooler full, we're gonna figure out what the market's doing. Maybe get into kegs, and that's a tough thing. I don't know what to do right now. Like we have a meeting at 9:00 tonight to discuss, like how are we gonna launch if we launch, and what do we need to make sure we can have some sort of successful opening again.
Well, hopefully our 3BeerPodders will remember Red Barn and make a drive out and support and take care of whatever you are. I've had too many to drink. Support whatever you do at Red Barn. I wanted to get this up here. You wanted to mention something that's coming up this weekend. Tell us, Denny, what do you have going on at Red Barn?
Yeah, so another little program we want to do. So this is kind of fun. So I brought an example here to show you. So there's been a lot of people that have liked our flight boards, and now we got some Red Barn little taster glasses. So they're kind of cool too. So these are all handmade. So we made them in the barn, and Dan's finished up a couple right now. What we're gonna do is offer 21 packages of the flight boards, the glasses, 8 glasses, 8 beers, and then on Valentine's Day, since we're all kind of shut in, I just told Sandy she's going to be joining me, and we're going to do a virtual tasting and with 21 different families in their house for Valentine's Day.
Nice. It's called Flights with Family, and there are going to be limited tickets. So now, when is that all available, Denny? How do we get into that?
I'm going to try to launch it tomorrow, I think. I just have to put it online. I just finished this earlier today when I sent it to you, and we will get her going here. And we have a couple days left to launch it, and hopefully we have a good crowd to show up for us to have some laughs with some new friends and enjoy some beers. Okay, so
let me just wrap my head around this. Do you want us to bring a special someone, like a date or our Valentine, or our grandparents? How do you want that to work?
Well, I don't think you're allowed to leave your house right now, so I don't know if you could, unless you live with your grandparents. So
no,
I don't. Touche.
You've got me on that one. Is that Dan? Is Dan trying it right now?
Dan's trying it here, so.
Dan's trying it for the first time. It's a reveal.
Everybody.
Dan,
hey, buddy. I love the fact that he's candid, that he's trying it for the first time.
That's awesome. I know the feeling of when someone else tries your beer in just my small little homebrew world, and then just to try your own beer and go, that's pretty damn good. That's a good feeling. I love this idea of how you guys keep just pivoting to make things work. And I think people are looking for things to do because there's nothing to do right now. So this idea of a virtual tasting, I love the idea. I know you guys are going to be a hit with the more people that meet you and get in on these experiences. So keep doing what you're doing on this. And I know that people in this area are gonna support this idea because it's cool. And there's nothing to do. So we want people to jump on board with these. With these cool ideas.
Only for one more weekend. There's nothing to do, I guess, and then I guess we can kind of disperse into into society again. So we'll see how it goes.
Well, save us a table for that opening weekend because we've got to come in and have a beer at a safe distance for sure. Flights with Fam. Keep an eye on the social media for Red Barn. We'll certainly share it on our social media channels as well. That's coming up this weekend where you can sit down and have some virtual beers and enjoy. There are only a limited number, and you get that flight pack too from the friends at Red Barn. You want to show us that pack again there, Denny? The board and the glasses again.
Yeah.
It's pretty sweet, eh?
That's really sweet.
That's really nice. So you could have one with
8 glasses total. So.
Oh, nice. Very nice.
Your loved one.
For all your loved ones. if
For
you have.
For all my loved ones watching.
Denny, buddy.
Watching? Let's do it. Yeah, thanks, Denny. This has been awesome.
Thanks,
Again,
buddy.
we wish you
Yeah.
guys the best, and we can't wait to get back out there when we can open back up. And you guys keep hanging in there because you guys are making awesome beer. This one here is awesome. Like really awesome. They're all awesome, but this one hit me tonight. It's delicious.
Save us.
Well, like always, guys, appreciate the support. We're going through some trying times here. There's a lot of small business that is in the same boat we are, and we're just looking forward to get open again because it's been a tough go. So,
well, let's get out there. Let's support.
But no, we're gonna keep on. We're gonna
go ahead, Denny. Wrap her up
with us, Denny.
Denny's got that classic Blenheim internet.
Yeah, it's bad internet here. I'm actually using my cell phone too because the internet's so bad. So
no, Red Barn Brewing, redbarnbrewing.com. Go online, keep an eye out for flights with family, and you can enjoy. Denny, thanks, buddy. Have a good one. Enjoy the night, bud.
Yeah, see you guys.
Appreciate it.
That is awesome. Denny tonight on the 3BeerPod. That's good to see from him. Let me get back on my side there, Timmer. There we are.
Good is this, man? This raspberry brew, man.
Yeah. People are saying you're rubbing it. I would show you, Timmer, but it's gone already. Like, it is gone. I'd like this too. I had seen this.
It is good.
Yeah, I know. I had seen this online, and I wanted to get some and just hadn't been able to until tonight. So that's delicious.
Red Barns, they're doing well. I knew that they were onto something when we met them, like a year ago now, right? When we had a little sample, we were going to get them in on the Festival of Giving, and we had some good stuff there. And it's getting really good here with these one-offs too. So get out there, support Red Barn, guys. We know it's tough for everybody right now, but if you're looking for a beer, go try Red Barn.
That's good beer. Good beers. All right, Timber, we got to do our inductees into the Weird Name Hall of Fame. So let's back her up a little bit. Our Weird Name Hall of Fame came about from this guy, Dit Clapper, the classic Dit. Dit's name struck us as being a very funny name, so we introduced the Weird Name Hall of Fame. And our first class of inductees included Dick Felt, former Boston Patriot, who was celebrating for Tom Brady this past week. Dick was a big fan. Dick Paradise was in that first round of Hall of Famers from the Minnesota, I believe that's the Golden Seals. Look at Dick Paradise.
What is it?
So I love it when you lead to see it. That's my favorite.
I can't see. I'm trying to look into your living room right now. Okay.
So that was our first class of Weird Name Hall of Famers. Our second class included Dick Scheiner from the Pittsburgh Steelers and former Cincinnati Reds manager Dick Sizzler.
Yeah, solid. That's a good class of dicks right there. Good class of dicks.
Good group of dicks. So last week we introduced you to our latest nominees. Now you had to decide who would get in the third class in the Weird Name Hall of Famers. You may remember this. This is who was up for induction. It was this young man right here.
Right. We feel like he might be disqualified because of age. Is that what we had decided on that one?
I feel this young man looks like obviously, I hope a high school graduate. I just don't feel comfortable putting him into the Hall of Fame. So P. Enos will not be inducted this year. Also in the running, and not to give anything away, but Gary Doodlesack was a solid choice. Looks like
he is a Commodore. He is a Commodore.
Yeah.
No idea what that means, but it seems like he's pretty happy about it.
We're also very excited surprisingly, we hadn't talked about this guy yet, Dick Pound, former IOC member for Canada. So he was a possibility.
He was. We felt we were heavy on the dicks, though. Is that the?
Yep.
We decided on that one. We've ruled out Dick Pound just because we have too many of them.
You don't want the Hall of Fame to be the Dick Hall of Fame, right? So another possibility was, this is just a Champ Summer. Champ Summers right here, former Detroit Tiger, played for the San Diego Padres, I believe. Cool name. What a story, though. We found out about Champ Summers. He was signed by the Oakland Athletics after he was discovered in a men's softball league.
That's impressive right there. He
Right
might need his own Hall of Fame. I'm not sure what it is,
so.
but he deserves some recognition. That's impressive.
Champ
100%.
Summers still in the running. And then finally, up for induction in the latest round of the Weird Name Hall of Fame was this guy right here. 4 goals. Jizz Horenkamp had himself a week.
He did have himself a week. I got no comment on this fine soccer player.
After tallying the votes, the third class in the Weird Name Hall of Fame, we'd like to welcome Gary Doodlesack.
Commodore Doodlesack reporting for duty, sir.
So Doodlesack, we hope to have on the pod at some point if we can figure out how to track him down. So welcome to the Weird Name Hall of Fame. And simply because he gives us all hope, yes, Champ Summers will be in the third class of the Weird Name.
After seeing Champ's story, I went and bought an exercise bike. Because if we can play baseball this year, there's going to be a resurgence of Tim Regan, former second baseman of the Dover 2-pitch Sons of Kent team. Just because of Champ Summers.
We're getting some submissions. Dick Trickle was a previous nominee. Sorry, Chad.
He didn't make it.
In the second round of the Weird Name Hall of Fame. Weird Name Hall of Fame. Hey, he could be up in the veterans category at some point. But welcome to the club, Gary Doodlesack and Champ Summer, our latest Weird Name Hall of Fame.
Congratulations.
Timmer, some news this week that it just pissed me off. So Bell Media is, and this might ruin any possible career choice for me, let go of 200 employees on the radio side, on the TV side, and a lot of people in the background that you'll never know. Jimmy working in production and Sammy who put the makeup, like just people you wouldn't know. But over 200 people. I don't know about you, Tim, but I'm a Bell customer. I use Bell.
I'm also a Bell customer for multiple things, buddy.
So at one hand, you see all these people getting let go, and you think, well, my bill's probably going to go down, right? Like they just saved a bunch of money.
Yes.
That's not going to happen.
No.
And throughout the pandemic, Tim, when things were tight and Bell had $122 million in subsidies from the Canadian government, did your bill go down?
That's incorrect. It did not.
No. So last week on Let's Talk Day, where they made it look like they were the great corporation they are, and I certainly support mental health and talking about it, but that's something we should do every single day. Good on them for coming up with this initiative. But less than 4 days later, they let go of a bunch of people. People that I know, that I worked with for years, radio, let go, kicked out. A buddy of mine, 40 years at the same radio station. 40 years, and they're like,
see you later.
Have a good one. Ciao. And that was what the frick are you doing? Like, seriously, like, let the guy say goodbye. He's done everything for you and made you millions of dollars over the year. One of the guys' names that jumped out was Dan O'Toole from TSN, Jay and Dan, who, like, how we grew up with these guys. These were our guys, Timmer.
Yeah, and that definitely hit home, man. And the Jay and Dan podcast, love it. Made me think that we could actually do a podcast, you know. And grew up watching Jay and Dan on SportsCenter, and to see O'Toole get let go was it was a pisser, man, for sure.
Yeah.
And he had some tough mental health issues last year during all of this, and then 4 days later. They fired him. So that sucked, man. And I don't know what the future of the Jay and Dan podcast is. I hope that they're able to do something because obviously we've been listening to them for a long time and we don't want to see it go away.
So we had Jay Onrait on the show a couple of months back. We were in discussion with Dan O'Toole, hopefully to have him on. I don't think that's going to happen. But when we talked to Jay Onrait back in season 2, season 3, this is what Jay had to say when we asked him about his connection to Dan O'Toole.
Yeah, I mean, I had worked with enough anchors to know when you have chemistry and when you don't have chemistry. And when you don't have chemistry with an anchor and you're working on television, it's really the worst thing in the world, because if you don't have chemistry with a coworker in any normal capacity, it's fine. You can just still work with that person. But when you don't have chemistry with someone you're hearing on television with, it's uncomfortable for you and it's uncomfortable for the viewer. So when you do have that chemistry, it's something that you learn to appreciate as you move on in this business. And, I just knew that we had chemistry right away, and it seemed to fit right away. But the sort of comedy side of it happened more gradually than I think people realize. Like, if you watch the first couple of years of the show, it was much more straightforward than people remember. And so that was something that happened gradually. I give TSN a lot of credit for letting us sort of develop that over time, because I think it happened more naturally that way. So, yeah, I think, but going back to your original question, I never take the chemistry for granted. And that's not just with Dan, that's with any of the other anchors I get to work with. Because, the opposite is not only difficult for you, but for the viewer, I honestly feel like the viewer can tell. I think they can just tell when two anchors don't have chemistry, and it's the worst thing to have to watch.
For sure. Tim, did you have something?
No, I was just thinking. You guys had some chance to work with some different anchors in the last little while. Who's the one that you think it could work with if it wasn't you and Dan together?
We always say Rod Smith, because Rod's kind of our hero. He's our favorite anchor and our favorite person in the business. He's just so talented and such an awesome broadcaster and such a great person. So probably if one of us died, the other would beg Rod.
That was Jay Onright on the 3BeerPod talking about Dan. It feels like the guy died. Like, it just feels like he died. So that's
I saw Dan put out a few tweets, some choice ones out there, while still being kind of professional. But he also, they're having some White Claws on I think Saturday night, and you can tell Dan had a few White Claws, and that's understandable.
Well, here's the this is Jay. So Jay stuck around. It's now Jay on SportsCenter, and this is Jay.
That's tough, man. That's got to be tough, eh?
Yeah. This is Jay on his first show back.
Well, it's been a tough week here at TSN. We lost some great people. We lost KJ. We lost Natasha. We lost three great people here on this show. Our head writer, Brendan Halloran, our long-suffering producer Tim, who I started with at this network back in '96. And, of course, my friend and my co-anchor for almost 2 decades, Dan O'Toole. And yesterday, Toolsy and I were on his deck drinking White Claws because we're 46. And we were talking about how when young people see us now, they tell us they grew up with us, which makes us feel old, but also so grateful, because when we started on this network together almost 2 decades ago, we had one priority: to be ourselves on television. And it only worked because you guys watched us. Because let's face it, our show was pretty weird. But you made us a part of your routine with your families all across this country, in the morning and at night. And Dan and I will always appreciate that. So on behalf of Dan and Tim and myself and everybody on this amazing crew, thank you.
You know what? That's the other thing too. They didn't even give him a chance to sign off. They didn't even give Toolsy a chance to sign off.
This is the bullshit, Tim. This is bullshit of media, is that they'll fire you. Like, I work for a company that is much smaller than Bell, but it's a great company. I love where I work. I really love where I work, guys. But if they would have let me go, I'd just be gone. Bye. Yeah. See ya. Toolsy doesn't get a chance to say goodbye.
So here's my plea to the internet. If I get fired from the 3Beer podcast, just let me sign off, Cloudy. If I'm gonna get fired, can I at least get a sign off?
Timmer, guaranteed. This might be all I have at some point. So we'll just fire each other on the show. Okay.
Oh, okay. All right. That's a pact. It's a pact. Okay, good.
Yeah. So it's I don't know. It just stinks, because it's not like our Bell bills have gone down We've still paid whatever we paid all throughout the pandemic, and we will continue to pay whatever. They're making hand over fist. They're making more money than we can even say, but the shareholders needed their cut, and they got it. And Dan will land on his feet. Like, the guy's going to be fine. We get that, but it just stinks when something like that happens, right?
I really hope he does land on his feet, and I definitely wish Toolsy well. Just, man, I love the guy. He's just my kind of guy, right? Like, just kind of didn't really give a damn and would say things because they were funny. And it doesn't work. That's the HR guy right there. That's the HR internet guy. Oh, man. JT's going to get me fired from the internet. And I want to get to
remember the episode where I just went off and told you how I got fired? Remember that? When I worked at
Hamilton? That was a great episode.
When I had 4 beers that night and I just went off on my former company, and they were like, hey, yeah, tomorrow we'll do that. We got a meeting in 5 minutes, and then they just kick you in. It's just gone. See ya.
That sucks. So I hope all of those guys land on their feet. Producer Tim, who they made fun of basically for 20 years straight, also got canned. I can't put that all together on how that business works. So I hope those guys land on their feet and come up with some awesome stuff. And I hope Toolsy can do something podcast based or something, because I know he's got a huge following. I know a lot of people that watch us are Jay and Dan fans, so we wanted to take some time to throw that out there. It's not the most exciting thing to talk about here tonight, but we thought it was necessary to talk about
Toolsy. Come on the pod. You can let loose. We can drink beer so we can blow them up.
I did have a couple beers on the weekend, and I messaged Toolsy on Instagram. He didn't get back to me yet.
You know what's funny? Because I did the same thing. I did the exact same thing.
He's definitely not coming on now.
Yeah, these idiot drunks. All right, let's lighten the mood here, Timmer. We wanted to talk about Dougie Ford. We talked a little bit about Dougie with Denny from Red Barn. So Dougie goes on yesterday, which would have been Monday, and announces that he basically makes an announcement that we're not going to have the orders in place anymore, the emergency orders. So those are done. And then more announcements are coming. So the whole press conference was about 40 minutes. It could have been 4 because they all just stood there and said the same thing over and over again. But, and this isn't political, because you could like this guy, you could not like this guy, but whatever. But what the F was he doing here at the end of his press conference? This is our premier of Ontario.
Got to give Timmy's a good plug. The best thing you guys ever did is make those real egg sandwiches. I used to go eat those other ones. They're the best, those real egg sandwiches. So whoever did that at Timmy's, good for you.
Could you imagine being the medical officer of health? Dr. Williams is standing back there, and he's just like, is this guy really talking about Tim Hortons egg sandwiches?
We took the medical officer of health, who I have a lot of respect for, off of his desk of doing medical officer of health things. Our governor, what was the other woman? The governor, not the governor general. She's up there too. Attorney General.
Yeah.
And then our minister of health.
Yep.
We took them away from their job to talk about egg sammies.
Can you put him back up there though? The smile on his face as he's saying it though, like the guy. So I kind of give it to him because he's like genuinely like excited and happy. Is there a new egg sandwich? I don't know. We're not sponsored by Tim Hortons, so we're not.
Not yet. We're not yet. So what happened? Tim Hortons is now cracking eggs.
Okay.
Sandwiches. So this is a story. So let's absorb this again. Okay. Let's take a look at Dougie Ford.
Just watch Dougie.
He's so pumped that he's got a platform to talk about the egg sandwiches. Like, he's thinking to himself, finally, I get to tell the people of Ontario, the champions of this province, about the egg sandwiches. And then let's take in the other 3 behind him who have been taken off the job to talk about egg sandwiches.
Got to give Timmy's a good plug. The best thing you guys ever did is make those real egg sandwiches. I used to go eat those other ones. They're the best, those real egg sandwiches. So whoever did that at Timmy's, good for you.
Does he have a gift card in his hand? Did someone give him a gift card?
Yeah, so he was in the middle of a story. Somebody sent the premier. Who the frick is sending the premier Tim Hortons cards? Like, you may like him, he might be a card-carrying conservative, and I'm not knocking conservatives. I'm just saying, who sends him Timmy's cards. Like, I think we pay the guy enough. He doesn't need Timmy's cards. But what he was saying is that he is going to take those Timmy's cards. Thank you for sending them. I'm going to take them out to the street and give them to some people. By the way, homeless, you've got to try the egg sandwiches.
By the way, check out the new egg sandwiches. That's impressive.
Yeah.
I just like it's just pure joy on his face. So, yeah, what were the old ones made out of?
There's Denny over at the brewery. Well, they had pre-mixed eggs, so now they're mixing. They're cracking the eggs fresh. Cracking the eggs fresh.
Like a flat top. What are they cooking this? I might have to check it out now. Now he's got me fired up to go check out this. Just the joy on his face. If I don't get fired off the internet tonight, I'm gonna go get myself an egg sandwich tomorrow.
And there's a guy with a talent that we love, like Dan O'Toole, sitting at home. And we got this guy selling egg sandwiches to Ontario.
Unless someone wants to sponsor the 3Beer podcast.
And Bell, we'd welcome you. We could use the funds.
We'd sell out for sure.
I want to play it one more time because I want you to see Christine Elliott, who is the woman on the right of the screen to Doug's immediate left, where she starts dancing like, what the frick? Because she was up. She could have been our premier. She was up in the running.
Yeah, she was right there.
Watch her get uncomfortable because she obviously loves Egg McMuffins. Okay.
Got to give Timmy's a good plug. The best thing you guys ever did is make those real egg sandwiches. I used to go eat those other ones. They're the best, those real egg sandwiches. So whoever did that at Timmy's, good for you.
She's like, no.
Yeah.
No. I am 100% Egg McMuffins, and I have been, and I will always be Mr. Ford.
I wonder if he's tried the chicken McMuffin from McDonald's.
We'll have it. We still got to hear about what's happening with March break. That'll probably happen this week. They'll talk with the Minister of Education, and he's going to jump in from the side screen. Have you tried? I hope Timmy's uses them. I hope Timmy's uses them for future advertising.
I hope
because
so too.
If they don't, they've missed a fabulous opportunity.
Big time.
Hold up.
Uh-oh.
Hi, I'm Doug Ford for Red Barn Brewing. Have you tried the new Blood Orange Sour?
Oh, he doesn't even drink.
Dougie doesn't drink?
No, he doesn't drink.
Bullshit. I'm calling it. There's not a chance in hell. Dougie,
He doesn't drink. He eats egg sandwiches.
And I've got some land in Florida to sell you. There's not a chance in hell that Dougie doesn't drink.
That's what he said. Check it. Let's just contact his PR people and see what
Mark this down. Mark this down. Tim said that's what the politician said.
Write that down. Let me write this down. Oh, buddy, that's a good beer. I'm gonna go get some of these this weekend.
Yeah.
Right here, buddy. Go get yourself some of these.
Yeah, I get one of those too, and don't forget their porters because they are delicious. They're very good, very good. And hey, get yourself an egg sandwich from Tim Hortons because they're delicious. 100%. Thanks to Denny from Red Barn for being a sponsor tonight. RedBarnBrewing.com. You can go online and get yourself ordered. Get over there. Get yourself some beers. Support them. Buy some gear when you're out there too. Give Shauna a call or connect with Shauna through social media or online or by phone or whatever you have to do to get into the Health House. Call me if you're looking to buy or sell a home. I'd love to help you out. Or if you're in the market for a triplex, we've got one back in the market right now. Buddy. We can do. And if you're looking for some fabulous cricket, hello.
Check it out. They're in the off season right now. You got to check out the highlights.
Oh, I did not realize that. So, cheers, Timmer.
Thanks, buddy. It's been fun, buddy.
Cheers. Get yourself an egg, Sammy. All right.